Hi, I'm Kate Lassard, Lead Admin Evangelist on the Admin Relations team at Salesforce, and today I want to show you how I easily took an existing flow that posts to Slack and put it to work with Agentforce. I'm going to start off by going over to Setup and opening up my flow so that you can see how it was initially designed. I'm going to open up our Tier 2 support flow. And you can see here that this is a pretty short and straightforward flow. It's designed to send a Slack post to my Tier 2 escalation team every time a case is escalated. So this was designed for users to be able to escalate a case within Salesforce. Essentially, the concept would be they would be on a case record, they would change the status to escalation, and it would then send the Slack post. But now, what happens if I want to take that to Agentforce and have customers be able to express their frustration and get cases escalated? The original flow is designed to have this Slack message element, so let's take a look at how this is set up. I have all of my connection values set up. So we have our Slack app as Service Cloud for Slack. We are using our Slack demo workspace, executing this as an action from our Slack app. And then here you'll see an ID number. So it's, never best practice to hard code IDs in Flow, but this is how we actually set this up with Slack posts. So if I hover here, you're going to see our help text says to enter the ID of the channel or the group. Now this is important. This is a channel ID, and this is the channel that I want to post to in Slack. All right, my Slack message is set up as a variable, and I did that so that I'm able to dynamically pull values into the Slack message. And you can see that it's referencing that case ID information. So it's pulling information from our case, and that is what is focused on for this particular flow. Okay, so let's look at how this functions in the case now of a customer reaching out to an agent. So I'm going to head back over to my setup, and I'm going to open up Agents. I'm going to head down to my default Agentforce agent and open this up in the builder. All right, let's dive right in. I am a customer and I am frustrated with my case. Okay, it's looking for a specific case record. Let me provide the case number to see if that helps our agent find the correct case. Okay, so now it's asking me if I would like to escalate this case. I'm going to confirm. All right, and it looks like our case has been escalated. Let's take a look at what is happening here in the plan tracer. So if we go up to the top, we start our session with me saying I'm frustrated with my case. Agentforce identifies the record, and this is where it asks me for that additional information. So I provide the case number, and now it actually is able to identify that record by name. It finds the case number and is able to provide that back to us. Now, this is important to note, this action, because it's extracting fields and values from the case for us. And this action has to be run before updating a record. Now, it knows that I want to update the record because of an instruction I added in Agentforce that we'll take a look at in a moment. Okay, now it asks me if I would like to escalate. I say yes, it updates the record and escalates it for us. Okay. It knows to do this because of a custom instruction that I added in here. So if I go and open up our general CRM topic and scroll down, you can see that I have added an instruction that says, when a user says that they are frustrated, change the case status field to escalated. So it knows that we want to go ahead and update that record. Okay, so in that time, let's head over to Slack. And we'll see right here, our post has been made. So our case has been escalated to Tier 2. This is the customer email address. So we want to contact them within 3 hours to resolve. And it adds in our case notes. So the description from the case. And with that, you see how we can take existing Slack workflow and marry that with our Agentforce processes that we're bringing to our organization so that both users and customers can get support faster and the correct people are notified when something needs to be escalated. Pretty cool to be able to use Slack and Agentforce together.